Welcome back once again, everyone, to the Business and Brews Show. Super excited tonight. We're talking to Connor. It's like to be a 21-year-old entrepreneur. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Business and Brews podcast, where our mission is to highlight local businesses in the Triangle area and shed light on different industries.
Awesome, and we're back live. So welcome once again, everyone. I am Ryan Smeltz.
And I'm Gavin Vincent.
And tonight we have the pleasure of introducing Connor. Connor, really quick, just tell us who you are and what you do.
Yeah, thanks for having me. My name's Connor Gross. I'm one of the owners of Shine Window Care and Holiday Lighting here in the Raleigh area. Like you said earlier, I'm 21 years old, I'm a college student, and here to talk about business. And now that I'm 21, can enjoy the brews as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Connor, thanks for being here, man. We definitely do appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me.
I'm super excited about this because obviously we don't ask age of everyone, but I think he might be the youngest person we've had on the show so far.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, it definitely is very encouraging.
So I think a little bit of our audience, Kevin, is slightly younger.
Than 21.
We've got I just mean towards the younger crowd. We've got quite a mix because we've had all types of different businesses on the show, but tonight I'm super excited because we do have a producer. So Charles Morgan is our new producer. This has already started to play out and give us some much better options. One including the fact that he can actually help us monitor the chat. So you no longer have to text me. If you have questions wherever you're watching, just put them in the chat below. See that, and at least if not, just ask us directly. So we have that question and answer section during the show, and now he can help with that. So I'm super excited. But Gavin, you want to talk a little bit about our studio here?
Yeah. As you guys know, we're live from Trek CBD Studios right here in Wake Forest. They do have the Holly Springs location as well. Definitely very big on the actual CBD. And the thing with Trek CBD that definitely differentiates it from all the other shops that I've been to personally is the fact that they're very knowledgeable and they're very willing to actually walk, identifying what's the best solution for them is. And I think you've had a lot of experience with product selection, especially with Nugget, with the pet on the pet end as well. So how is Nugget doing with the CBD? Definitely.
It works really well. Like I said before, those treats are actually sectioned. So it goes by the weight of your dog, and so they're easier to break. But what I like is, number one, the website, so trekcbd.com, that's in the description. Yeah, we can actually order it, and it just shows up at the house because with social distancing and all of that stuff, getting it delivered. So trekcbd.com is where you can go to order that stuff. But last week, Nick gave us an exclusive code. So for you and all your people, Connor, but also everyone watching the show, you can actually use BNB15. I forgot to put it in the description, but it's just B as in Bravo, N as in November, B as in Bravo 15 discount code. That gets you 15% off. Nick is only doing that for the show. So just for watching, you get 15% off. Order from the website, trekcbd.com. Don't even have to leave the house.
I like it. And you know how much I hate leaving the house. So that definitely works out tremendously. So
Awesome. So, Connor, tell me about your week. You've been busy. What have you been up to this week?
We've been really busy. Like I said earlier, holiday lighting is one of the services that we provide, and the really unique thing about that is it's very concentrated towards a very narrow window of time, and so we're working on getting everybody's lights up already and preparing our team for the storm that's coming, and that's going to be the next 5 weeks. But really looking forward to it. We've gotten a tremendous response from the community thus far, and I think it's going to be a great season. And right now in the period of COVID, a lot of uncertainty, and I think a lot of people are just looking for joy. And I think the holiday season is just one thing that brings joy to everyone, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for all you do there. I mean, it's funny because I think everybody's looking forward to the holidays because everybody's looking to have something to actually look forward to. It's, I think I mentioned to you earlier, I saw like 2 people actually trying to mess with their Christmas lights on the way in. I'm like, oh, it's only November, but yeah, you're right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What about you, Gavin? What have you been up to?
Busy, man. Busy. Just with the whole mortgage licensing process, I finally got that approved, and the application was approved for that, and actually getting that off the ground and running and building that business out. So I'm very excited about that. More things to come soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How about yourself, man? You looking a little slimmer? You back on the running?
Yeah, not that much.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
it would be
Well,
noticeable. So I think I ran 3 times last week. I want to say. I don't know. I'd have to check my app, but
Nice.
the longest I think I ran was like 3.15. So I'm working back up there.
Who were you running from, or what were you running from?
The road behind me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was a bear chasing you, or okay.
I get up early, so I think I just want to get back into it because I like long distance running.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and running on a treadmill, you kind of don't go anywhere.
No,
But-
you don't. No.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
time, man.
Well, I'm pretty excited about this. You ready to dive into the
Absolutely.
segment? Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. So I guess first things first, like, so it seems pretty niche as far as holiday lights and the window cleaning business. And I know that you're a franchisee, correct? Is that
Right.
correct? Okay. So how did you identify that this was the right fit for this market or this demographic in our area?
Yeah, there were a couple of things, and we looked at a lot of different business opportunities, which is a really cool thing about franchising in general, which is that you don't have to master your trade. You really can harness someone else's mastery and all of the lessons that they've learned, and they put you in a great position to be successful from day one.
Yeah.
And really what attracted us to Shine, we're at number one, the diversity of services. So window cleaning, pressure washing, gutter cleaning, roof cleaning, we do all of that. And then holiday lighting is awesome because it complements the seasonality really well. And then the number 2 thing that attracted us to Shine was the people and the values. It's a great company. And if I've learned anything about business thus far, it's that people are everything.
Yes, sir.
And it's especially when you're contractually bound to somebody, in the form of a franchise agreement, it's important that they're great people who are aligned with our values. And I think that was really what attracted us to Shine.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of people, like how large, do you have a pretty large team, or is it pretty small team that you have currently?
Yeah. So we have 6 employees here in Raleigh and 3 owners. For a first year business, it's a fairly large team,
Yeah,
but
that
on
is.
the grand scheme of things, there's 42 locations across the country, and an executive team. So a lot of people to bounce ideas off of. And that's another main advantage is, the network of support that we're able to establish.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. So I know you're in school. What's it like being a business owner who's also in school at the same time?
It's been a unique year because really I started in January, and so almost the entire time that I've been both a business owner and a student has been in the era of COVID, and it's been virtual school, which has made things a little bit easier, but still presents some unique challenges in terms of just finding time to do everything. People ask me, they're like, isn't it crazy that you're a business owner when you're young and when you're in college? And to me, I think that it's the perfect time to be an entrepreneur because number one, my overhead's pretty low, which is nice. And I'm not stressed about paying a whole bunch of bills. But number 2, I've got plenty of time to fail, plenty of time to learn, and I'm not set in my ways. I'm learning, absorbing everything, and pivoting as quickly as I can. So I think it's an awesome experience, not to say it's not challenging.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, I wish at 21 I was had the mindset that you have, man. I mean, you're exactly right. I mean, because everything about, starting that business is about sacrifice, but you're at a good point where you don't have too much going on. You don't have any crazy overhead. You don't have any kids or anything like that going on. So it's awesome. So, with that, as a business, I'm sure that you guys have had to adapt, even though you just came into the business in January, to the way that you operate based on COVID. What are some of the things that you're doing to assist the customers with that social distancing and just making sure that everybody's safe, during the pandemic?
Yeah, so I, like a lot of people, when all of this started to happen, really didn't know what was going on. And so I look back and laugh at our initial response, which was to reschedule our appointments for a couple weeks. This was like, late February, I guess. We rescheduled appointments, with customers and said, we're going to wait until the viral concerns subside, and then we'll come back to clean your windows. And then it became evident that they were not subsiding within for the foreseeable future. So then I think we came back and said, okay, well, we'll clean the outside of your windows now. We understand, you don't want the inside cleaned right now, so we'll come back and clean the interior of your windows once the viral concerns subside. And eventually just realized that wasn't going to happen in the near future either. So, we've done it. We wear masks when we're operating on the interior of our customers' homes. We practice social distancing. We offer contactless payment and things of that nature. But it was interesting to see just how my mindset shifted from, okay, we're just going to wait until this goes away, to, okay, this is here and we can't control how long it's going to be here. We've got to find the best way to operate within the constraints that are given to us in these circumstances.
Yeah, that's great, being able to identify when you need to pivot and actually making those adjustments pretty often and actually checking in pretty regularly, but instead of letting it go on and on and on and running yourself out of business.
Yeah, that's crazy. So where do you think, Connor, that you got most of the knowledge and experience you have as it applies to your business? What do you think contributed most to all that?
It's a good question. When I was in high school, I worked, started as a lifeguard. And the cool thing about that is it was a great job, first of all, but also gave the opportunity to ascend to be, eventually a manager of a pool. And it was a unique opportunity to be a 17-year-old and be put in a position ever so, small, quote unquote, but to be put in a position where you're managing other people. And I think what that did was it exploited my strengths and weaknesses in a way that otherwise wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have been aware of until I got into a position like that. And so I've been able to, I guess, be more intentional about what my weaknesses are and trying to combat those, and also about what my strengths are and enhancing those.
Right.
But I would attribute most of that just to starting early and taking positions of leadership and, not being afraid to fail.
That's crazy. So I think just kind of like what we talked about off camera, that pool experience, but also I think you mentioned a little bit about like interning with some political campaigns. I'm interested to hear like how those different things applied to your business has helped you like grow it and move it forward.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot that small business owners can learn from political campaigns, and just politics in general. And I mean, a couple of things that I can point to right now is, we're in a really busy season with holiday lighting. It's working seven days a week, 12 to 15 hours a day. Like it's tough, but I keep getting at it because I know that there's an end date to this. And that's kind of how I would attribute that to politics, which is where, political campaigns, you've got an election day and that's your end date, and nobody's, burnout isn't as much of a factor when you're in the midst of a campaign because everybody understands that this is temporary. And so I think that small businesses can learn from that by identifying, certain election days in your business and saying, okay, this is the project I'm working on, this is the task at hand, and this is the end date to that, and I'm going to grind out and, get to the finish line and then reevaluate after I get there. And I think that that's one thing that we can learn. And then the other thing from being a small business owner is sometimes I feel like I'm running for local political office just by the way I'm out in the community promoting my business. Sometimes you can feel like you're running for county commissioner, and, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that that's one thing that a lot of small business owners can learn from politics, is just having the courage to promote yourself and your business. And it was a great piece of advice I was given when I started, was never be afraid to introduce the people of Raleigh to the best window cleaning company in town.
Right.
Don't be scared.
Right. Commissioner Connor has a good ring to it. I like that.
Not
So other than the long hours and, given the seasonality of where you're at now, what are some of the other challenges that you're currently facing in the business currently?
Like I said, I'm learning over and over again that business is all about people. That happens on the customer side, which fortunately has gone very well for us. And we put a big emphasis on just the quality of service that we deliver. And the way that we treat our customers is one of the ways that I think we distinguish ourselves. The other side that business is all about people is on the side of our team. And so that's been a challenge for us that we're still working, and we're going to continue to work at throughout my career in business, which is building our team, investing in our people, and putting together a team that's going to last and that's going to serve our customers in the way that we would expect. And so that's what I'd say my greatest challenge is right now that we're working on, is figuring out how can we better serve the people on our team and put them in a better position to be successful and to serve our customers in the way that we expect and that our customers expect.
Any advice that you would give to any young entrepreneurs, like, someone young that's, actually younger than you are, or about the same age, that says, you know what, I know that this is a journey that I want to take on myself. What advice would you give to the person that's even younger than yourself or about the same age would you give to them?
I think the biggest piece of advice that I would give is to not, everybody's got great ideas and that's awesome, but don't let your ideas blind your judgment to where you don't accept other people's advice. I think that there's the reason that our business has done well this year is because I have business partners and I have a network of support behind me in the franchise of people who are wiser than me and who complement my strengths and weaknesses and who know the answers to the questions that I have. And so I think that, everybody's going to have unique ideas and that's great, but find out how you can use your network of people and the support that you have around you to learn and to grow, because otherwise, as a 21-year-old, I don't have the experience to make the decisions that is required when you're running a business. I have to lean on the support and the wisdom of others. So I would just say to be open-minded and to absorb, to try to do, and will continue to do.
That's awesome. I mean, that's great advice. I mean, I think the old saying is your network determines your net worth.
I think it's also interesting how basically what you just said all kind of comes down to having a great student mentality.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's awesome. So now I think I would be willing to field questions. I'm not sure, since we just shifted from Ryan's phone to the chat, that we have any, but if we do, I'm sure Charles will let us know. But we have some questions that we like to ask every guest. We call them questions we've had brewing.
Oh yeah, question brewing. Yeah. I mean, but before we get to that segment, I'm curious. All the time, they're pretty common things that people request whenever they're doing the holiday lights.
Yeah, we have kind of a set array of services that we offer. The number one service that we offer is roof lights, which is the lights that are outlining your roof line, the peaks, the gutter line, stuff like that. And then we do landscape, so trees, bushes, the kind of the mini lights, the classic Christmas tree look, and lit greenery, so wreaths and garland. There are things that people request on a regular basis. Like, I mean, someone asked me today, and we get asked a lot if we do inflatables. We don't carry inflatables. We'll help you put them up if you have them. But, mainly once we get requests like that, we're able to kind of channel it in the direction of the services that we provide and that we're experts at, and say, maybe we can't do an inflatable, but how would this look? And that generally works.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely. People are definitely a lot more visual. What was that Chevy Chase movie where he was hanging in Christmas lights? Was that Christmas Vacation?
I think so.
Yeah. That, like, I don't know automatically why that was the first thing I thought of.
I think of the Grinch because they got that machine. Okay. You guys got one of those, right?
I wish.
Yeah. You guys get to dress up in Grinch costumes, or
no? We are going to start wearing Santa hats. It's been hot lately, so we're do that. But we will get into the
spirit there. Yeah. Well, sorry, right? I mean, to get your segue there. So, I guess the three questions we have brewing. You want to go ahead and start it off?
I think it's 4. No.
Oh, well, the questions we have brewing. We'll just not put a number on it. How about that?
Yeah. Well, I can't count past 4 anyway. Right, so, cool. So one of my favorites is whenever you're not busy, running a company and going to school, what do you like to do for fun?
So I love triathlons. So I've done them since I was really young. And so that's swimming, biking, and running. COVID kind of put a damper on some of that because we weren't able to do it competitively as much as we liked. But I love all three of the sports. Like to do them all. But really, I mean, where I get the fun aspect out of it is the community that it builds, and that's what I'd say is really the main thing that I do for fun, other than just socializing with people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a passion of mine. So.
That's awesome. Well, now that you are 21,
can I have multiple answers?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, multiple.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
So I would love to. I've always said I would love to get a table together. And I think the 5 people that I would like to have is Ronald Reagan, Dean Smith, Steve Irwin, and Billy Graham. Just kind of four people, just an eclectic group.
That's very eclectic.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like 4 people that I want. If I generally I get asked the question in the context of if you could have a conversation with someone, who would it be? And those are 4 people that I would love to have a conversation with, just based on my life and my interests. And I think getting them all together at a table and having a beer with them would be pretty cool. I'd be interested in seeing where the conversation would go with that group. I don't know.
One can only wonder.
It's one of my favorite answers so far.
Yeah, it is. I think we're going to put that up there as one of the all-time best answers.
Yeah, definitely. So one of my other favorites is what content are you consuming? So whether books, audiobooks,
podcasts,
videos.
YouTube channels, whatever you're consuming.
Yeah. So my favorite author of all time is John Maxwell.
I love him.
Just love his leadership content and the books, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, notably, and developing the leader within you. If you haven't checked out John Maxwell from a leadership perspective, I think he spews so much wisdom. I mean, it's like I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah, he literally has written like 50 books, I think, on leadership. It's something stupid. Yeah, it's been crazy.
He's incredible. The other person that I've been reading a lot of recently is Mike Michalowicz, who most notably wrote Profit First, which is a bookkeeping system, and so elaborates on that. But he's got some other great books called The Pumpkin Plan and Clockwork. Just talks about running a small business and what all goes into it. So, consuming recently.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like Ryan's consuming a microphone, so let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Minor hiccup, batteries died.
Yeah.
John Maxwell.
John Maxwell. Mike Michalowicz.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have John Maxwell's daily reader every single morning. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a good reader. So, if people want to know more about your business, how can they reach you, or where can they find you?
Yeah,
it's
they
your
can
chance
go
to shout it all out.
They can go to Shine Window Cleaning or ShineHolidayLighting.com. And we're a franchise, so that's a national website. But as soon as they, put in the zip code, they'll be directed to our site. And then they can also go to our Facebook page, and they can get in touch with me either way.
Perfect.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I want to give a shout out again to Charles for being our producer. Super minor hiccup on the microphone, but I don't think I would have known that it wasn't working if he wasn't up there wearing the headphones to monitor the sound. So
I think we might need to shout out his Twitch channel.
Oh yeah.
We'll put it in the show notes.
We'll put it in the show notes. So Charles actually runs his own Twitch channel. So he knows a lot about this live streaming stuff. So definitely go check him out. Pretty big on video games. So if you like gamers who stream, then he's definitely your guy. But he's also producing our show. So if you want to learn more about him, I know his one of his main side gigs is a computer business, dealing a lot with hardware, software type stuff, really IT. You can reach out to us or reach out to Charles and find out about what he can do to help you out. But I also want to talk about stars on Facebook. We're still running the same campaign. So, if any stars that are contributed to our show on Facebook, those go to support Saving Grace. We decided to extend that campaign. So if you care about puppies and where they live, then definitely throw some stars our way, and we'll make sure that all those proceeds go to Saving Grace here in Wake Forest. And then, of course, like and subscribe, because 21-year-old entrepreneurs sharing their experience and this type of advice is not very common. So
no, it's not, but it's very inspiring. I mean, I'm sure you get this all the time, man, but I mean, your story is very inspiring to, a lot of people. So, thank you for all that you do, and, wish you nothing but success in the future, which we know is going to come.
That. Yeah, thanks.
So if you want to hear more from Connor, we are going to move into the After Brews here shortly, but you can also reach out to us. We'll be able to get in touch with him, and then any promotions or anything that he extends our way. So we're looking to directly connect those communities and businesses like we have in the past. So I know Nick with Trek CBD is probably going to reach out to you if he hasn't already. He likes to network a lot, and he's got this one and another one in Holly Springs, plus they just opened one up in Lincoln, Nebraska. So they're always looking for networking opportunities and stuff like that. But if you guys want to reach out, if you own a business or you want to learn how to start your own either window cleaning business or Shine franchise, then I know a guy, and I can get you in touch with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So you want to do the farewells?
Yeah, I'll do the farewells.
Brews.
All right.
Can I ask the question again so it's on the mic? Yeah. Okay. So we do have one question
from Twitch.
Charles said it's from Twitch. They asked how long it took you to start up.
So that's another great thing about a franchise is basically, I believe it was like a 6-week startup process, and they have a set regiment that you go through, task after task after task, week 1, week 2, week 3, and just give you a playbook for how within a 6-week period of time to go from not knowing anything to having everything set up and cleaning our first window. Yeah. And so it was really awesome to have that happen and not have to, figure as many things out. There's still plenty of lessons that we learn along the way, but having a set pathway to go to starting up and to doing that really in an expedited fashion was really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That was a really good question. Yeah. Thanks to Twitch for that. Yeah. Or whoever that person was.
Yeah. I guess we have to start shouting out the username.
Yeah, so I mean, if we get any more through that on comments or whatever, we'll answer them. But you're going to have to check in on the After Brews, which the After Brews publishes the podcast at 6 platforms at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. So Clayton has a question. He's going to text Charles for that, but like I said, you'll just have to tune into the After Brews to figure out the answer for that.
I like it. Well, with that, thank you guys so much for viewing. We definitely appreciate it. Connor, again, thank you so much for coming out and being on the show. We definitely do appreciate it. Stick around, well, not stick around, but check out the actual After Brews where we actually dive a little bit deeper and talk about a different array of things, a little bit more relaxed situation. Ryan, thank you for being an awesome host. And Chuck, thank you again for being an awesome producer. We got superstars in the seat. I love it. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.